Deep within the lush rainforests of Africa live the gorillas. These majestic creatures are among our closest living relatives, sharing a remarkable 98% of their DNA with humans. We look into their eyes, and we see a spark of intelligence, a depth of emotion that resonates with our own. Gorillas are the largest of all living primates. They are powerful and imposing, yet surprisingly gentle and peaceful animals. Their lives are woven into the intricate tapestry of the rainforest, a world they share with a dazzling array of other creatures. These gentle giants play a vital role in their ecosystem, their very presence shaping the forest around them. As they forage for food, they disperse seeds, helping to regenerate the rainforest. Their presence ensures a healthy and vibrant ecosystem for countless other species. Gorillas are found in two distinct regions of Africa: the lush rainforests of Central Africa and the mountainous forests of East Africa. These two regions, separated by hundreds of miles, are home to two distinct species of gorillas: the Western gorilla and the Eastern gorilla. The Western gorilla, as its name suggests, inhabits the rainforests of Western Central Africa, including countries like Cameroon, Gabon, and the Republic of Congo. These forests are characterized by their dense vegetation, high rainfall, and incredible biodiversity. The Eastern gorilla, on the other hand, is found in the mountainous forests of East Africa, specifically in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, and Uganda. These forests, often shrouded in mist, are cooler than their Western counterparts and are home to a unique set of plant and animal life. Within the two species of gorillas, there are four distinct subspecies, each with its own unique characteristics and adaptations. The Western gorilla is divided into two subspecies: the Western lowland gorilla and the cross river gorilla. The Western lowland gorilla is the most numerous of all gorilla subspecies. They are slightly smaller than their eastern counterparts and have brownish-gray fur. The cross river gorilla, on the other hand, is critically endangered, with only a few hundred individuals remaining. They are very similar in appearance to Western lowland gorillas, but have a slightly different skull shape. The eastern gorilla is also divided into two subspecies: the mountain gorilla and the growers gorilla. The mountain gorilla, made famous by the work of Dian Fossey, is the largest of all gorilla subspecies and has a distinctive thick, black fur that helps it to survive in the cold, high-altitude forests it calls home. The growers gorilla, also known as the eastern lowland gorilla, is found in the lowland forests of eastern DRC and is slightly smaller than its mountain-dwelling cousin. Gorillas are primarily herbivores, meaning their diet consists mainly of plants. They are incredibly strong and have powerful jaws and teeth that allow them to consume large quantities of tough, fibrous vegetation. Their diet varies depending on their location and the availability of food. Western gorillas, for example, consume a wide variety of fruits, leaves, stems, and bark. They are particularly fond of fruits and will often travel long distances in search of them. Eastern gorillas, on the other hand, consume a diet that is higher in foliage, including leaves, stems, and pith. This is because fruits are less abundant in the cooler, mountainous forests they inhabit. They also consume a significant amount of bamboo shoots, particularly during the rainy season. Gorillas live in social groups called troops, which can range in size from a few individuals to over 30. Each troop is led by a dominant adult male known as a silverback, named for the distinctive silver hair that develops on their back and rump upon reaching maturity. The silverback is the undisputed leader of the troop and plays a vital role in its survival. They are responsible for protecting the troop from predators, such as leopards, and from other gorillas. The silverback also makes all the decisions for the troop, including where they travel, where they sleep, and when they eat. They are incredibly strong and can be very aggressive if they feel their troop is threatened. However, despite their size and strength, silverbacks are generally gentle and caring leaders. They are very protective of their troop and will often play with the younger gorillas. Section 6. A gorilla's years. The lifespan of a gorilla can vary depending on several factors, including its species, its habitat, and whether it lives in the wild or in captivity. In the wild, gorillas have an average lifespan of 35 to 40 years. However, some individuals have been known to live for much longer, with some reaching their 50s. In captivity, gorillas tend to live longer than their wild counterparts. This is because they have access to veterinary care, a consistent food supply, and are protected from predators and other threats. The oldest gorilla in captivity lived to be 60 years old. Section 7. On the brink. Gorillas, despite their size and strength, are facing a growing number of threats that are pushing them closer to the brink of extinction. These threats are primarily human-driven and are having a devastating impact on gorilla populations across Africa. One of the most significant threats to gorillas is habitat loss. As human populations grow, so too does the demand for land, and forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, and mining. This habitat destruction not only reduces the amount of space available for gorillas to live, but also fragments their populations, making it more difficult for them to find mates and maintain genetic diversity. Another significant threat is poaching. Gorillas are hunted for their meat, which is considered a delicacy in some cultures, and for their body parts, which are used in traditional medicine and sold as souvenirs. Poaching is a particularly serious problem in areas of political instability and conflict, where law enforcement is weak and access to weapons is high. Section 8. Guardians of the gorillas. The plight of gorillas has not gone unnoticed, and there are now numerous conservation efforts underway to protect these magnificent creatures and ensure their survival for generations to come. These efforts involve a multifaceted approach that addresses the various threats facing gorillas. One of the most important aspects of gorilla conservation is habitat protection. This involves establishing national parks and other protected areas where gorillas can live free from the threat of habitat loss. It also involves working with local communities to promote sustainable land use practices that benefit both people and wildlife. Another important aspect is anti-poaching efforts. This involves deploying rangers to patrol protected areas, apprehend poachers, and confiscate weapons and snares. It also involves working with local communities to reduce the demand for gorilla meat and other products. Section 9. Our duty to protect. Gorillas are not just magnificent creatures, they are our close relatives, sharing a remarkable amount of our DNA. Their intelligence, their social complexity, their capacity for emotion, all mirror our own in so many ways. Yet, despite their strength and their resilience, they are incredibly vulnerable. The future of these gentle giants rests in our hands. We must continue to support the dedicated individuals and organizations working tirelessly to protect gorillas and their habitats. We must raise awareness about the threats they face and the actions we can take to help. The time to act is now. Let us ensure that future generations have the privilege of sharing this planet with these extraordinary creatures. Let us be the generation that saves gorillas from extinction and ensures that these gentle giants continue to roam the forests of Africa for centuries to come.